The crystalline doors of the Galactic War Council chamber hissed open, and Admiral Marcus Chen stepped through. His worn military boots echoed against the polished obsidian floor as 200 alien delegates turned to stare at the lone human figure walking toward the center of the vast amphitheater. The Zephyrian ambassador's translucent tentacles writhed in what Chen recognized as disgust. The Terrans send only one representative? The creature's voice bubbled through the universal translator. How typical of their arrogance. Chen ignored the comment, his weathered face impassive as he approached the central podium. Around him, the greatest military minds of 17 species observed his every movement. The towering Krex delegation clicked their mandibles in what might have been amusement. The ethereal Valdorians floated in their containment fields. Their energy forms pulsing with what Chen had learned indicated skepticism. Honored delegates, Chen began, his voice carrying easily through the chamber's acoustics. I come before you not as a supplicant, but as someone offering salvation. A chorus of alien sounds erupted, chittering, buzzing, harmonic resonances that the translator struggled to parse. The hegemony had been advancing across the outer rim for 3 standard months, consuming entire systems with their biomechanical fleets. Every species present had lost colonies, ships, entire populations, to the unstoppable swarm. Salvation? The Krex War Prime's compound eyes focused on Chen like targeting systems. Human, your species has been part of the Galactic Coalition for less than 50 cycles. You have contributed nothing but mediocre technology and stubborn diplomacy. What could you possibly offer that our combined fleets cannot accomplish? Chen reached into his jacket and withdrew a small device, setting it on the podium. The holographic display that materialized showed tactical readouts, energy signatures, and weapon configurations that made several delegates lean forward in their seats. 3 days ago, the hegemony's advance fleet encountered humanity's 3rd expeditionary force at the Kepler 442 system, Chen said calmly. 17 enemy dreadnoughts, estimated 50,000 biomechanical fighters, complete tactical advantage. The Valdorian Prime Speaker's energy form flickered. We received no distress signals from that sector. The system fell as all the others have. The system didn't fall. Chen manipulated the display, showing the aftermath of the battle. Debris fields where hegemony ships once flew. The 3rd Expeditionary Force numbered 12 vessels. The engagement lasted 4 hours and 37 minutes. Silence fell over the chamber like a heavy blanket. The Zephyrian ambassador's tentacles had stopped writhing entirely. Impossible, the Krex War Prime finally managed. No force that small has ever survived contact with a hegemony advance fleet, let alone achieved victory. Chen smiled, an expression that somehow looked more dangerous than reassuring. That's because you've all been fighting them the wrong way. You've been treating them like a conventional enemy, using conventional tactics, conventional thinking. He gestured to the display, which now showed detailed analyses of hegemony biomechanical systems. They adapt, they learn, they counter everything you throw at them because their entire evolutionary structure is built around consuming and integrating new technologies, new strategies. They're perfect at fighting civilized warfare. The War Prime's mandibles clicked rapidly. And humans are not civilized? Oh, we're civilized, Chen replied. But we remember what we were before civilization. We remember when survival meant being willing to do anything. Absolutely anything to win. The hegemony adapts to logical, efficient, honorable tactics. His smile widened. We don't fight logically. We don't fight efficiently. And we certainly don't fight honorably. The hologram shifted, showing tactical recordings from the Kepler 442 engagement. Human ships performing maneuvers that should have been impossible. Ramming attacks at sublight speeds, deliberate reactor overloads used as weapons. Fighters launching themselves directly into hegemony formations with no regard for survival. You see adaptation as the enemy's strength, Chen continued. We see it as their weakness. Every time they adapt to one of our tactics, we do something completely different. Something unprecedented. Something no sane military mind would attempt. The Valdorian Prime Speaker pulsed brightly. You're describing suicide attacks, berserker tactics. This is barbarism. This is effectiveness. Chen's voice hardened. While you've been losing system after system, we've been learning how to kill them. Not just defeat them, kill them so completely they can't adapt, can't learn, can't integrate. He paused, letting his words sink in before delivering his final statement. I'm not here to ask for your help. I'm here to offer you a choice. You can continue fighting your civilized war and watch your species burn one by one, or you can follow our lead and turn this into the kind of war humans have been perfecting for 10,000 years. The chamber erupted in overlapping translations. As delegates conferred among themselves, Chen waited, patient as a predator. Finally, the Krex War Prime spoke. What would you require from us? Everything, Chen replied without hesitation. Your fleets, your weapons, your soldiers, but they fight under human tactical command, using human strategies, accepting human methods. And if we refuse? Chen's expression didn't change, but something cold flickered in his eyes. Then you'll lose. And when the hegemony comes for Earth, and they will, we'll fight them alone, and win. Because that's what humans do. We survive, we adapt, we overcome. The only question is whether you'll be there to see it. The silence stretched for long moments before the Valdorian Prime Speaker's form pulsed in what Chen recognized as determination. The Valdorian Defense Corps stands with humanity. One by one, the delegates voiced their agreement. The Krex, the Zephyrians, even the proud Altarians, who had never served under another species' command. As Admiral Chen walked back toward the crystalline doors, the sounds of mobilization already beginning behind him, he allowed himself a small, satisfied smile. He had walked in alone, carrying only the truth about what humans were willing to do to win. He left with the largest fleet in galactic history at his back, ready to teach the hegemony why mankind had clawed its way to the top of every food chain it had ever encountered. The war was about to change completely,